Will there be a Snyder Cut Justice League sequel? Only if we make it happen. Stay tuned to find out how we can get it done.
Anachronic.
Hi comic book guys and gals, I'm Joe. Welcome to Anachronic Comics. Okay, I've watched the Snyder Cut of the Justice League and all I can say is, wow! Warner Brothers really missed an opportunity to have a Snyderverse that, in my opinion, could have rivaled the MCU, both in popularity and financial results. It is epic in proportion and grand in its vision of what the DCU might have been had Zack Snyder been given the opportunity to make additional movies. It is superior in every way that I can tell to the 2017 theatrical release. Prepping to watch the Snyder Cut, I rewatched the Justice League theatrical release from 2017. I know the movie was roundly criticized by the fans and failed to win many positive reviews from the critics, but I didn't think it was that bad. The big problem I had with 2017 was that it felt somewhat disjointed and incomplete. Now, we all know that the powers that be put some parameters around what Joss Whedon was allowed to do. Specifically, they wanted him to lighten the mood and shorten the movie length. But the most significant thing was that Snyder's vision is his alone and could not be duplicated by another director, even if he wanted to do so. The Snyder Cut follows the storylines of Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, while being a self-contained story itself. The premise is simple and not too different from the theatrical version. Following the death of Superman, Batman and Wonder Woman recruit the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg to form the Justice League and protect the world. In the original movie, the Justice League is protecting the world from Steppenwolf and his army of parademons. However, the Snyder Cut changes the last part to add Darkseid as the antagonist, who is seeking the three mother boxes with the help of his underlings, Desaad, Granny Goodness, and Steppenwolf, along with the army of parademons. You may recall that one of the criticisms of the theatrical cut was that the new characters were introduced without much character development. Fans lamented that DC did not first introduce these characters in standalone movies, as Marvel did. The Snyder Cut gives each of the characters the time they need to develop an appropriate backstory, as well as plenty of interactive scenes among the characters to allow you to understand the personal issues each face and the difficulty they have of trusting and working with each other. Although it has tremendous action scenes and memorable bad guys, the movie is character-driven, which I believe is the hallmark of every great movie. In this regard, it mimics what made the MCU movies so good. Justice League is blessed with great performances by all the actors. We were told that Cyborg would have played a central role in Snyder's Justice League, and the Snyder Cut delivers on this promise. I need to shout out Ray Fisher's performance, which was memorable to say the least. Also, the musical score by Junkie XL is fantastic. So, is the Snyder Cut deserving of a sequel? Although the Snyder Cut was 4 hours long, it passes relatively quickly as the characters and story pull you into this DC universe that might have been. I say might have been because, at least on the date of this recording, reports I have read indicate that Warner Brothers considers this a one-off, and to the extent that there are any Justice League references in future movies, the 2017 theatrical cut is canon. This is reminiscent of Superman 2 and the Donner cut. In 1977, Richard Donner was filming both Superman 1 and 2 at the same time. Issues developed between Donner and the producers, resulting in the producers concentrating on finishing Superman 1, which was released in December of 1978. The movie became an instant hit, and I think you could call it the granddaddy to all the movies we're watching today. The producers then made certain changes for financial reasons, excising scenes from Superman 2, which effectively caused Donner to quit. Superman 2 was completed without him. In 2006, Donner got the chance to complete the Superman 2 he envisioned, although, unlike Snyder, he could not complete scenes that were not already done. On Friday, July 21, 2006, extended exclusive footage from the new film was shown during a panel at the 2006 San Diego Comic-Con, with a panel discussion featuring Richard Donner. After a world premiere, the Snyder Cut was delivered on DVD on November 28, 2006. It was the big news of the day, and I bought the DVD. Boy, it was tons better than the theatrical release, with the deleted scenes making all the difference. After watching it, my friends and I considered the Snyder Cut to be canon, and I believe many other fans felt the same. Now, once you watch the Snyder Cut, if you haven't already done so, I know you will agree that it should be canon. Now, the fact that the Snyder Cut exists, and the fact that there is a Superman 2 Donner Cut, demonstrates that fandom does have a say in this matter. The hashtag Release the Snyder Cut movement took on a life of its own, with a bit of support from the actors and Zack Snyder himself. It resulted in Warner Brothers bringing it to life and actually investing additional millions to complete the film. In a recent interview that Zack Snyder gave to the New York Times, I put a link in the description, Snyder said the following: "It's obvious I take these characters and their mythology really seriously. I want them to be fully realized as characters, existing in that world. What DC had was mythology at an epic level, and we were going to take them on this amazing journey. Frankly, I was the only one saying that." Well, he's not the only one saying that anymore. A legion of fans have joined him. In that same New York Times interview, Snyder acknowledged that his 4-hour vision was put together as he believed this movie would be his swan song for the Justice League and the DCU. But he did end the movie with a cliffhanger. In the New York Times article, he was asked, quote, "Why did you end the movie with essentially a cliffhanger, teasing another movie that's never going to come?" His answer was very interesting, to say the least. He said, quote, "The ask was for my version of the movie," end quote. In fact, he goes on to outline what might have been a sequel. "I say that we, the fans, again show our strength by supporting a movement to allow Zack Snyder to complete his vision with a sequel to the Snyder Cut. Hashtag, quote, 'We want a Snyder Cut sequel,' end quote, can result in that happening. I'm okay with another HBO Max release if that would get it done. So what do you think? The question of the day is, do you believe the Snyder Cut deserves a sequel? And if so, would you support the hashtag, quote, 'We want a Snyder Cut sequel'? Let me know in the comment section below. So that's the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so you'll have easy access to all my videos. While you're waiting, click here for my top covers for the new comic book day, and click here for my analysis of Atom, Legend of the Blue Marvel #1. Be well, and I'll see you soon.